All right, welcome, welcome. So Military Guna TV here. So tonight we'll be discussing a few things. We'll be discussing the Reggae Boys. As you know, it's the Reggae Boys late night session, and hopefully, you guys sit back and enjoy the show. We want to discuss our starting lineup that we're likely to have coming this Gold Cup. If just if we should acquire all those players name that were linked with that are interested in playing for the Reggae Boys. So these are things that we'll be factoring tonight. And what we'll do is we'll go through sofa scores, also transfer market to see definitely if these players are really ready. Because the other day when I did my predicted starting lineup for the transfer market, for the Jamaica versus the USA, I used transfer market, and based on the things that I realized through transfer market, I did my starting lineup through that, and the players that I didn't want it to include in the game, such as Hector, also Cavani as well. Well, I did include Cavani, but there are a few players that I didn't include in the game in the starting lineup, and these players definitely shows that they were rightly so left out of the squad. Now, this is going to be very, very difficult, to be fair. It's going to be very, very difficult. There's going to be issues in selecting the starting lineup because we all know that everyone has our favorite player. Everyone believes these players are the better players for our team. So there's a variety of things that affect how we approach this aspect of it. Because if you should look at it, the Reggae Boys team is one that it conflicts many. It really, really conflicts many, and there's so much people believe otherwise than the other. And if you should get deep into certain aspect of how we play, you will realize that we are short in many areas, and we need certain qualities. Now, this whole aspect of the starting lineup has a lot to do with what we want to do, what we are going to do, intent and moving forward, not just for the Gold Cup, but moving forward for the World Cup. How will any of these players really, really benefit how we play? And if these players can bring us through. Big up Delano, thank you for jumping in the chat, bro. Much respect. Appreciate the fact that you're here. So we want to run through that and see how we can use these players that have been linked with us for the longest time period. If these players definitely are good enough, because we know the standard names that are being called, the Jermaine Lowe, no, the Damian Lowe, the Mariapas, the Hectors. These guys are standard, which are expected to be in the squad, and we want to run through some of these players and see if they rightly so deserve a spot in these starting lineup. We might have a few persons on tonight, but let's see how that goes. So first thing first, let's discuss some of the things that happened in the Jamaica versus USA game. Let's get a better understanding of what went wrong. Let's get a better understanding of what happened in the background south as well, because these things are elements that affects a lot of things. Renato Sanchez in. Massive, that's good news. I'll definitely do a preview on that, or maybe sometime tonight. So in the Jamaica versus USA game, let me get a brief run over that game in itself. We had a team that comprised of maybe 7 or 8 players. That's the first they ever been playing together. It's the first. We have a backline, an entire backline. It's the first they have been playing together. First, the keeper, the right back, left backs, and both centre back pair. It's the first they have been playing together. Yes, we know that football is a neutral understanding, a neutral game that everyone understands how to play football. But in the same sense, football has a lot to do with communication. Playing proper football has a lot to do with communication. Chemistry is a lot, because you can have a team comprised of so many stars, but yet still they can't play proper football together. So, for example, like Barcelona, if you should put a Barcelona, even the current Barcelona team right now, put it on paper, and you believe that they would win every single game, but really and truly, they have so many cohesive issues, and these issues tend to prevail more often than not. So these are some of the things that we want to highlight and get into and get a bit more diverse in some of these things that really affect us, and how we the Jamaican and the Reggae Boyz can move forward from what we have seen the other night. Because yes, it was an embarrassment, but there are positives to take from it. There's so much positive to take from that, such as Liam Moore, very solid defender, Pinnock as well, Bell is giving Taxi. I'm personally at this point in time, based off age and such forth, definitely most people will go in favor of Bell. But guess what? Taxi already have the pedigree and the name in Jamaica, and as the Jamaican quota big baller, as is going to be thrown around more often than not. So that is going to be a problem. Now, what we should try and move away from is the idea that we want to use the quota big baller. We want to move away from using the term big baller. We need to move away from using that term and use people who are giving us week in, week out performance, not only coming to the Premier League, but also on the other side of things, like what they did in their Premier League team, not only playing for the Jamaica, but what they did in the Premier League team, how their season going so far, the last 6 months, how well they have been playing the last 6 months. So I believe that these are criteria that you have to use when you're selecting players to go and play on the international platform, because that has a lot to do with it. There's no way you're going to have a player, especially in Jamaica, who haven't played football for one silly year. He has never played competitive football, and then you're just going to throw him in the deep end like that. It is impossible. For example, like Kevin Isaac, like against USA, from the first half, Kevin Isaac was totally out of the game. He was done. I'm surprised. I was really surprised seeing him start back in the second half. Even when we went 2 goals down, the change wasn't made immediately, and that was the time that the change was to be made. No, when I use the term, the previous 6 months, what have these players have been doing? I'm going to use reference now to Hector. Hector has only played 4 games for Fulham this season, and those 4 games he has conceded. He played those 4 games in a defense as a centre back, and in those 4 games he conceded 12 goals. And since then he has not played. Maybe about like early November, he has not played any Premier League game since then. So it goes to show that these are things that we want to move away from. So we're selecting players based off how they have been performing, not based off the name they had or what they used to do. We're selecting players who are doing things right now. No, I want to use sofa scores, also maybe a bit of transfer market, to identify the players that we want to speak about on a larger basis. No, there's another thing I want to discuss. There's another thing I would really want to discuss with you guys, is the lack of playing time, the team playing together. We have an international break, and I fail to believe that Jamaica is I fail to believe that Jamaica will only incorporate 1 game throughout this entire international break. I fail to believe that. It sends a bad message, a really negative message. I have to fix this lighting. Good. Definitely. It sends a real bad message onto the JFF, because there's no way, it's impossible for us to be in a international break. Every other country is playing 3, 4, at least 3, minimum 2 international friendlies for the 2 weeks break, and Jamaica only can facilitate 1. No, we want to address the 2 backroom staff element that has been taking place. Those 2 things that are causing us to not feel our best team. First of all, the contract negotiation. That has been something that should have been finished and dealt with already. That should have obviously been dealt with already. And I have no clue why this massive standoff is taking place. And I think that we need to move away from this, because if we had dealt with that, I do believe that if we had dealt with that issue, I think would have had a better team playing right now. Yes, we know a few of the players wanted to finish off their season, but in the same sense, there are a few players who would want to come and wasn't able to come because of the contract negotiation. So these are the things that we have to sort out. Yes, I do understand the financial strain that the sports board I won't say the JFF alone. I'm saying the Jamaican Sports Board is facing a massive financial issue in regards to what is happening in regards to in the sport aspect of it. Big up Patrick Riley. Get rid of the president and the big up Patrick Riley. Much respect for jumping in the chat. Yes, that's one thing. There's a bigger problem not only in the JFF but on the sports board. Now, we know as most of us who watch international football, watch Latin Premier League, 90%, 95% of Jamaican football supporters have a Premier League team that they support. And let me be honest, the two biggest teams in Jamaica, I'm going to be fair, the two biggest teams in Jamaica is actually based off of fan base. The two biggest fan base in Jamaica is Manchester United and Arsenal. And these two clubs really identify themselves as big money spenders. And we can see where they're now fluctuating based off certain things because they're not spending any money. So it goes to show that in the world of football that we're in now, spending money is basically an asset to get you where you want to go. And if you don't facilitate the money, you will never get anywhere. Now, these are some of the things that Jamaica has to sort out before we can move forward. First thing, infrastructure. That is the first thing. We need more infrastructure in Jamaica. We need more proper ground, stadium. We need better stadium. I've been to stadium. I've been to National Stadium quite a few times. I even went to Champs. I ran at Champs. I did chap meets at Champs as well. I went by Campo. I did so many chap meets in Champs. In the National Stadium. Yes, I played a practice match here. I can't even remember when I played a practice match here. But if that is the best, that is one of our best pitch, one of our highest graded pitch in Jamaica. And if that is one of our highest graded pitch in Jamaica, it tells a lot about what we are doing, the direction that we're going. And it has been so since the inception of that stadium. It has been so. That stadium has been our best facility for football since then. And if that is our best facility for football since then, it means that we're not progressing. And it is like foundation. It's like foundation. If you're building a house, right, and you don't put in the proper infrastructure in the foundation, the proper foundation. If you're building a house and don't put in the proper foundation, the house will collapse. The house will collapse, and you can't go any further with the house. You can't go higher. You can't go to a 2-story or 3-story. You can't, because there's no proper infrastructure to facilitate the strength that the house would need to move forward. So these are the things that are happening now. Grassroots. We had an issue about players, young players, especially young youth players, no lack of facilities in accordance with academy. There's not enough academy in Jamaica for the young youths. There's not enough. So if you should understand, like right across the world, in those big countries in Europe, yes, the argument is going to be that. This is going to be our argument as Jamaicans. We're going to say we don't have the finances to facilitate those things. Are we so sure we don't have the finances? Is it a case in which these finances are not being used properly? Because so many people are saying we don't have the finances. There's a variety of people in Jamaica, especially football fans, saying we don't have the finances. But the question is it, do we really don't have the finances? Is the case that we don't have the finances? We don't have the finances to put on even 2 practice games, even 2 practice international, 2 friendly international during this international break. Because at the end of the day, we can't move into the GoldCup without these set of players playing a good run of games, maybe 4 or 5 games, getting a better understanding of how each other play. I've played so many football. So I played football with players that who have been playing football like 2-3 seasons. And when I check it out, I don't have to tell the person where I'm going to run to. The moment we make eye contact, he know exactly where I'm going. He know exactly where I am going. Just eye contact, and he plays the ball in that channel, and I'm through in that same channel. We won't have that because the players are not cohesive. Training session will not give you that. A competitive situation, competitive environment, those are the things that will give you that competitive environment. Playing week in, week out. Not necessarily week. You won't get the opportunity to play week in, week out, but the opportunity to to at least facilitate a few practice games would be doing the team really, really good. We feel out a team full of friends, not friends, but full of people who have never played together. And to be fair, what the captain himself wasn't stand out. The captain was one of the weakest links. The two most experienced players on the pitch were the weak links in the team. Can you imagine? Mariappa and Etta. They were the most experienced players on the pitch against USA. And they were the most disturbing players to watch. Big up coaches. Check your WhatsApp if you want to join. No problem. But massive shout out for coming on. Much respect, coach. So as I'm saying, if you're going to you're running a football industry, right? And your two most experienced players are the two players who actually are literally failing you on the field. I was so upset because in my point of view, I was saying, big up Omar Rogers, much respect. Thank you for jumping in the chat. Please, guys, please remember to hit the like button. I really, really appreciate it if you guys hit the like button and subscribe if you feel free or if you like the content. But much respect to all who is here. So as I was saying, we feel a team of players who have never played completely together. Now, if you should look at the USA team, you have a few players who have been playing competitive football together for a duration of time, which means that they have a level of understanding playing with each other. Big up Ian Campbell, much respect. Big up. So what I'm saying, when you look at that USA team, the good thing about it is that USA was they didn't feel like 2 or 3 of their best players, only 2 or 3 of their best players. No, when you look at the Jamaican team, and I'm saying there's so much players to integrate. As you guys can see from my thumbnail, the amount of players that were on the thumbnail that didn't play. And these are the better players, some of the better players, some of the players we know that we can move forward with. But my problem is, leading up to the GoldCup, will we get the ability to facilitate those practice matches to get these players that level of cohesiveness of playing together, that level of understanding, that level of chemistry of playing together? And in the world of football, chemistry, cohesiveness, and togetherness, it's a bond. It is a bond. Chemistry, cohesiveness, togetherness, training, and it locks like this. That is how it locks, and that is the bond. We don't have that right now. We don't have that. So the backroom issues that we're facing for such a long time, it makes everything so difficult. It makes everything really, really difficult. And guess what? How can we move on? How can we move forward if we don't sort out this problem? And as I was saying, it all boils down to grassroots. I envision Jamaica as this. For every Premier League team, there must be some academy. Even if they have the academy, we must facilitate playing time together, a competitive level against each other at that level. For the academy, you have the under 15, under 16, whatever. Yes, we might not be getting all the quality players yet, but you have guys in the community who can play football and would like to join or even have the opportunity to say that they represent a Waterhouse, they represent a Harbourview, they represent a Portmore United. It boils right down back to grassroots because we don't invest. We didn't invest in that area of the football industry. It makes everything poor. Now we're looking now on international players. So we want Antonio. We wanted Ryan Sterling. Leon Bailey. Yes, we know Leon Bailey there. So we're looking at the top players, the quality players out there playing on the European market. These are the players playing on the European market. These are the players that we want. Now they're going to look and say, what is the project that you have to offer? What is the project that you have to offer? What are you offering? Can that benefit me? No, they don't know. So Ryan Sterling may say, okay, so let's look at England team. They have proper infrastructures. They have youth academies, under 17, under 21. Yes, we have it, but we don't play enough games for us to establish. The name is there, but it's not established. When last have we seen a Jamaica under 19 play against a Bahamas under 19, a Cayman a St. Vincent under 19? When last have we seen something like that? Even though a USA under 19. Under 17, we don't have anything like that. Under 21, we don't have anything like that. We don't even have an under 21 trying to participate for the Olympics. We don't have an under 21 trying to participate for the Olympics. And these are the things. That is what I'm saying. It boils down to grassroots. We have no proper infrastructure and at grassroots. So things will never change. Because in anything you do, the building blocks are the most important aspect of it. The building blocks, the learning stage and the growth. Building blocks shows growth. You start here, you go here, and you rise like that. Andrew Allen said, stop blaming the players, bro. At the first man them play together, they did a good job in circumstances. All right, so I am not blaming the players. I am blaming the system that the players are in right now. That is what I'm blaming. If you are seeing the stream from earlier on, you understand where I'm coming from. All right, so let me give you a refresher of where I'm coming from and what I'm saying. So listen keenly, Andrew. I'm saying that the Jamaican Reggae Boyz team, it is so difficult for them to reach success because of the failure at the youth level. We have no infrastructure at the youth level. We have nothing to build on. And what I'm saying is this. If we had the youth system, or Andrew Allen, I want to ask you a question. When was the last the Jamaican under 21 go and participate to try and make their way into the Olympics? Or when last have you seen the Jamaican under 21 team, national football team, play against a Panama, play against a St. Kitts, a Guyana, a Cayman Islands, a Bahamas? Tell me when last have you seen that? Even the Jamaican under 21 playing against the USA. Right now, you are Olympic qualifiers are going on right now. And no one remember the Jamaican under 21 kids. To try and do them away. So that is my blame is. No, it's going to boil down to people arguing that there's no money. And to be fair, if we as fans are looking around and say there's no money, that is what we are saying. Is that what the government is saying? Or is the case in which the government do not see us reaping anything financially from that department, so they won't invest in that? It will be very, very difficult for them, for we as football fans really arrive to a conclusion. What I'm seeing is, let me go and show some so Delano said blame the government. You can't really blame the government like that. What you can blame, the sports, the sport, maybe the sports minister may have a more talk in that area. I think it has to do with the financial aspect of it. The finances in the sporting department is more than likely the biggest problem. Coaches that say can't blame the government. Omar just says long time ago. Exactly. We so long since I've seen Jamaica under 21 team. Remember, no. If we should have a Jamaica under 21 team, that is the next 3-4 World Cup team. That should be the next 3 or 4 World Cup team, or 2 or 3 World Cup team, or under 21 team. It should be, and we're just going to build on that or incorporate players, other players that have been peak or maybe rising form or playing better football elsewhere. So these are the things that I see that we are lacking right now, and these are the things that I think we should work on. And if we don't get these things sorted out, it will be so difficult for us to make World Cup. And then we would definitely wait another 4 years to try and go through the same problems again. It's going to be another 4 years going through the same problems. We're going to be blaming JFF. We're blaming the coach who's coaching the team. We're blaming the players who's playing for the team. And also we're going to be blaming the system. But to be fair, it's a collective effort. It is definitely a collective effort. Why is it so difficult for the JFF to get sponsorship? Please, someone tell me, why is it so difficult for the JFF to get sponsorship? Someone needs to help me with that. They can't interfere in football like that. Yes, the government, I understand. The Formula Sports said, my friend, that the solution is simply get rid of this current JFF board. Is that likely? Formula Sports, is that really, really likely? How easy it is to get rid of the current JFF board? How easy it is? You can't just bin everybody like that. They answer to the delegates and the FIFA, not the government. Agree. So the coaches, the finances, coaches. Remember, I said check your WhatsApp and send you the link for the join stream. Where does the financing come from? Where does the financing of the Jamaican, the JFF team come from? And the JFF need to start out themselves. Same so formula. Long time. I thought you were talking about the senior team. No, I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about the junior team. I understand where you're coming from, Andrew, as well. Same so. Big up football with Brownie. Massive respect. Patrick said the reason why us so successful is the most these players they have came up ranks 17 and 20. Agree. Under 17, also under 20. They not care. Wales beat Mexico in a friendly today. Yeah, I saw it. I saw the result. Good result for Wales. But really showed that Mexico is quite poor as well because Wales not really playing in the football. But anyways, Omar just said Mexico team shaky bad. They are very, very technical, good technical team as well. Voting laws will soon have to change because it has been brought to the attention of FIFA. That should have. These are some of the things. These are some of the things that we should have done. Ian Campbell said COVID-19 has hit the economy and the private sector. Don't have useful resource. Don't have the usual resource to sponsor. Agree. I agree that COVID-19 did hit the economy, but before COVID-19, what was taking place before COVID-19? Was there sponsorship for our youth team to play friendly games or under 21 team to play friendly game? Was there sponsorship for Jamaican national team to play like 3-4 game international friendlies? When we get international friendly, the most I've seen Jamaica play maybe like 2 international friendlies. Coaches that said, yeah, FIFA wants them to change it. Yeah, agree. So FIFA, that is the problem. Why is it that FIFA has to step in to correct things that are going bad? Why? Is it that FIFA did their audit and things just weren't adding up? This is our chance to make a World Cup again. So Omar just this is our chance. This is one of our perfect opportunity to make World Cup again. But I am seeing that the third spot, the third and second spot, we can't fight for it. We can't fight for the third and second spot. But my problem is, will the JFF sort out the finances so that the players can come to an agreement? Will the JFF and the players come to an agreement where we can get the players in that we need so that we can go into the GoldCup and challenge for the GoldCup, also in the qualifiers and fight for third and fourth spot? That is my problem. That is my problem. Can you imagine what if, only what if, it's the week before, prior to the GoldCup, we're sorting out the player wages. I can see it now. JFF sponsored by military. Come on, football Brownie. Gary Wa. Keep it up, big man. You're doing well. Massive respect, Gary. Much respect. Thank you for jumping in the chat. This is our best side of all time. All right, so let's be fair. This is one of our best teams. I'm going to be honest. This is one of our best teams that we can muster in a long, long while. This is one of our best teams. But the problem is getting the team over the line. When I say getting the team over the line, I'm talking about bringing the players over the line, preparing them, getting everyone's passport, finances sorted out, finances sorted out, all those things, practice games sorted out, all these things. Can we get that over the line? Yes, we can. We have the team. The potential is out there. The potential team is out there. But can we get the finances sorted out? Can we get the team together before we start playing a few practice match leading up to the GoldCup? Can we get all these things? Sorted out? The Formula Sports said, or Prema get sponsorship during COVID. Inner City Community Football Club has more sponsorship than JFF. Exactly. You know, our RSPL get sponsorship and the GFF can't get sponsorship. RSPL get sponsorship. RSPL get sponsorship. The Premier League, our Premier League get sponsorship, but yet still, the JFF can't get sponsorship. Why the JFF can't get sponsorship? What wrong with the finances? Coach just said, let me go through. They better else and them picnic shot. I feel them picnic shot I go fit them. So this is the comment, people. Look on the comment there. The Reggae Boyz are gonna start a GoFundMe. Coach, the Reggae Boyz are gonna start a GoFundMe or OnlyFans. So you have a Reggae Boyz OnlyFans. That is the only way the JFF OnlyFans. That's the only way we can get some sponsorship or get some finances. And it seems as if we the fans I've got to try and pay some money at them because I don't understand why they can't get. So I'm questioned. They better sort out the impasses, the impasses because I don't think picnic shot I go fit them. Well, we better pray enough with them. I don't think they have the experience on football. These guys have no clue about football. I think they are in for themselves again. That's for self gain. That is really that's the point. That is a solid point, Andrew. To be fair, that is a solid point. If you should look at certain contexts of certain things, that is fairly a solid point. No, the problem is now, Andrew. If JFF, let's say, let's scrap the board. Let's just scrap the board. How many money do you think would need to be invested in a JFF program or programs for us to have a successful following 4 years? Because it is now, for me personally, yes, I see the team potentially can take the second and third spot going to the Qatar. But my problem is, I see the potential, but my problem is getting over the line. Getting it over the line is my problem. That is where my fear is. As Coach Dex said, some picnic shot go fit some people. Some picnic shot go fit some people. Family. So it complicated. Liam Bailey words were right about the federation, but it's not Liam Bailey alone. Let's see what let's talk about. There's so many, even Ryan Sterling spoke about it. Aiden mentioned small snaps about it as well. And it becomes difficult. It becomes really, really difficult. And the thing about it now, the further them wait, and the longer them wait, the deeper the problem become. The longer them wait, the longer the JFF wait to sort out these problems, the deeper the issue become. No, we cannot go out right now. So we have tried contact. We contact all of the players that we can. We contact all players that we can. But yet still, the backroom staff don't sort out. What happened around this? Still not sort out. We have all the players them sitting in front of us. But what is going on around there, sir? Still not sort out. The training session is a mess. Training gears not present. Proper gears not present. Facility no good facility to train on. Transportation is an issue. These things add up. Don't you think these things add up? We go for international friendly. We don't have accommodation spaces. These things add up, people. And don't be fooled. These things add up and these things are continuing to add up until it just crash. Until everything just crash. The land is the OnlyFans. Big up High Priest. Definitely OnlyFans. Them boys better dance for the money. Hey, coach. As High Priest said, them boys better dance for the money. The JFF administration is incapable of attracting sponsorship from private enterprise. Take away the name of the JFF administration. Bring them a project. Bring forward a project. People buy into projects. When you say things that people understand and see where you're going with it, first of all, you guys are seeing it because you have an understanding of what I'm talking about. You have an understanding of what I'm talking about. So you can relate. Bring that across. So this is what we want to do. The project that we have in hand is the next 4 or 5 years, 6 years from now. And you will reap reward during that time period. Winning this cup, you're going to get 1/3 percentage of this of the money. Winning that cup, you're going to get 1/3 of the percentage of the money, and that money would double what you have invested in the team. And also, because we're doing so good, your brand, your sponsorship brand, is being seen all over the world. People all over the world seeing your sponsorship brand because you're doing well. So people are going to now see what you have to offer. People are going to ask about what you have to offer. Sponsorship has a lot to do with how the team is behaving as well. How the team wants to progress. That has a lot to do with sponsorship. Sponsorship is not only about collecting the money and that's it. Sponsorship, anyone who sponsors something tends to benefit from it also. Remember some more of the comments and football. Do you think that a Dodgy FIFA member from the Caribbean has damaged the opportunity for potential sponsors in football? Wow, that's a solid point. And I think so. Yes, I do think so. But I don't think it damaged. I don't think it really do that much damage because that's a fair point. But I don't think it do that much because at the end of the day, football still goes on, and corruption is everywhere in FIFA. If you have seen people from the European side who are losing the job in FIFA because of that. Look at from Barcelona, Bartomeu. He lost his job because of corruption. Well, I won't say that loudly, but he lost his job because of circulating speculations. So, and guess what? Someone else still come in and fill the position, and sponsorship will go to Barcelona because it's a brand. It's a brand because they're doing really well. They have the intellectual acumen to do it. So, Ian, yes, they do, and they should be doing it. They should be doing it. The worst thing about it is that why is that we as fans who are watching the Reggae Boyz can see the issues, or maybe these guys see the issues, but they think that they can bypass it. Using stop gaps, they think that they can continuously use stop gaps to fix error, and I don't think that is not funny. Let me run through some of the comments. Formula Sport. Ian, they are just not capable. They are just not capable. But at the end of the day, this GFF board, they have to sit down. And the thing about it, these are the same people who have been running this. So many of the same members in the backroom staff who have been running the GFF for such a long time period. And we're not pressing. So it boils down that we need to move some of these people on. Get some young minds, some fresh, innovative minds in those positions. Let it be a breath of fresh air. People who can build projects, people who you can sell a project to. Because as I said before, sponsorship, you want sponsorship, you have to sell them a project. If you're a salesman and you knock on someone's door, you better be ready to convince that person to buy what you're selling. You better be ready. So if JFF wants sponsorship, you get your project and you sell it well. You sell it well. If you don't sell that project well, I think you're going to lose that project. So that is where my problem with the JFF. They have ways and means to get sponsorship, but I don't think that they are thinking out of the box. They're not thinking, as coach said, they're incapable of doing so. They're not thinking outside of the box. Maybe too many old heads are there. Who think JFF broke? I personally don't think JFF is broke. I don't think that I believe JFF has the money, but they don't want to spend it. It's like a cost-cutting thing. They're practicing cost cut. Coach said somehow I don't believe. They are cost cutting. I think they are cost cutting. The money is there. They just don't want to spend it. And that is what I believe. They don't want to spend the money. There's many ways of going about and doing the business. Rajuzi 3000, big up Rajuzi 3000. The Reggae Boyz in Reggae Boyz. Oh, the reggae in Reggae Boyz has disappeared. I said, what they're hoping for is a nationalist approach from this opera, guilty in the community in sponsoring them, then pitching a Taylor plan. No, you pitch a plan before you sell a plan before. You have to sell a plan because in this time, no one is going to feel sorry for you and just come forward and say, let me sponsor it. No one is going to do that. You have to sell You have to sell your project. Coach, it's a tricky question you just asked. Formula Sports, JFF have the money. JFF have the money. If they never have the money, they could negotiate. If they never have the money, they couldn't negotiate. Somebody want a piece of food. Somebody will not forget it, want a piece of food. And it could be, listen, coach, want to answer this as well. People, I want to answer this. Could it be a case in which some of the players have no say the money there? That is the reason why they might drive such a hard bargain. It could be a case of some of the players have no say the money there. Then get information. Them have them contacts in the administration. Them seek them contacts, them get the information and find out that the money is there. And they might demand a massive fee from it. Do you guys believe that is so? In Provision said, does anybody know how much USA paid for the match in Austria? Definitely I don't know. Coach said it's tricky and slippery. These guys has no clue. Patrick said, these guys has no clue about running a federation. Who is in charge of marketing? Coaches did a show on leadership where he hit the nail on the head about current leadership and sponsorship. Agreed. Selling a project, you have to have a project. Coach, let me use coach as an example. I'm going to use coach as an example. Coach, you want to coach a football team, right? And then here's the overview job is available. You put your coaching plan together. Your training regime, your fitness regime, your skill, your ball drill regime, all them something you put into. You have a days when you do your particular change, all them something there. You put that in plan. This is where you put in plan in the coach. And you go over to overview because you hear the mother outlet because they look at coach. And you go over there and you sell yourself. You tell them, say, this is what I have planned for the guys. Then. This is what I have to incorporate the youth in the first team as well. This is what I have try my best to make the youth move forward. Remember now, based off of statistics, it shows that at the beginning of the season, they start with the high. In the middle of the season, they have a dip. Then they finish on a high as well. Me, I'm going to fix the middle where they have a dip. And I dip are the reason why they don't win the league. So I'm going to fix the middle. I realize that the intensity dropped because intensity when start off with the league was quite too high. I'm going to cut down the intensity a bit so that it overlay into the middle and then they can flow through the rest of the season. You sell yourself, you bring across the project, you say, this is what me I got. These are the things I'm going to do. These are the training regimes I'm going to do. The players are going to go up and die. The partying, yes, we now can stop the partying, but the drinking habit, the smoking habit, them things they want to try cut it out. Even if we not cut out, we can know based off the intensity of the training and how well they cope in a training. Those are the things we know if they are trained well. Coach, I sell you sell a project. I know that is how you go across, go sell a project. You sell what you have to offer them. That is what the JFF should do. What you have to offer them, you sell that. Whoa, I said comments around fast. Let me run through some of the comments on exactly. The coach said the Instagram page has been active since the match, so they start marketing strategy. Okay. According to their financial statement, JFF is broke. That is according to their financial statement. Because that is what they want to sell to the players. They want to sell that to the players who are negotiating. That is what they want to sell to the players. Final sport. Blake said they don't trust the books. See, the players they know something. The players they know something. I believe that the players they know something, and that is one of the things that is causing problem. That is one of the things that is causing problem. The players know something. Big up Empress. They are using it for their own means. Too much corruption and very little ambition about the management. Agree. I agree. So people, what more I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna try to do the starting lineup. Based off of the players who years ago come in, the potential players. We're gonna try to use the potential players, also the quality players that we already have. So this is what we want to do now. So we're gonna use it, break down the starting lineup. But first, what I want you guys to do, I want you guys to help me with it. I want you guys to tell me the best player to fit in the best position. So it boils down to you guys. You guys tell me what you think. So right now when we start off in a goal, we're best keeper for putting a goal. My preference, it's my preference, but you guys tell me what you think. I think we'll definitely go with the captain, Andre Blake. But before we go on that, let me run through some of the comments. From I've been watching football all these years, it's just first ever seen a coach that can't talk. That's why they will never change Whitmore, because maybe Whitmore, they can hold him on a string and control him in some sense. So they like him because of that. He's a yes man type of person. That's called periodization. Agree. Formula Sports, the financial statements are audited. Records and can't be logically contested. Military, high priest, right? They try to guilt people into sponsorship and not selling them a product and showing uh and showing how much value they can add when the sponsor buy in. And that is what it's about. Barley should be president. That's a good shout as well. Big up Raman. Guys, come in. What do you predict to start lineup now? Tell me the keeper them that you guys have in mind. Guys, please remember to hit the like button on the like. How much like me up on the video so far, Delano? Please tell me much like me up on the video. Please, guys, remember to hit the like button. I would really, really appreciate it. If the first you're seeing the video, hit the subscribe button. I would also recommend that you guys do it as well because for content like this. Guys, please, I'm going on to the starting lineup now. This is the start. This is the starting lineup that I want to use. Is the starting lineup that we want to see in the Gold Cup. Is the starting lineup that we want to see in the World Cup as well. This is what we want to see. Big up Woke Dreams, up move, massive. All right, 19, okay. Big guys, hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. A few of you guys haven't hit the like button as yet. Guys, all right, so people, Coach, Delano, Woke Dreams, the Formula Sports, come in. Tell me now, who are the keeper on one in goal? Who is the keeper on one? We have a whole of options. But guys, want to tell me who are the best keeper we should put in that goal right now. Because I have an eye for Andre Blake, you know, because yes, my keeper, yes, we know say my keeper. We know that Andre Blake are the keeper, are the captain as well. Coach Blake, who else agree with Coach? Who else agree with Coach? Andre Blake, me say Andre Blake, Coach Andre Blake. Who else agree with him? The young youth the other night, him did nervous, him really, really nervous. Javon. White, yes, Javon White. Him really, really nervous. He can give you a nervous display. He can give you a nervous display. So everybody has a Blake. So we agree with that. So left back. So Formula Sports say Blake spot safe. Left back. Personally, me surprised with Bell. I was really surprised with Bell. People say him good, but when we really watch him, I'm really, really good. Andrew Allen said Blake. So everybody agree with Blake. Yeah, man. White was nervous, man. He was nervous in that goal. Based off of some of my passing. Based off of some of my pass, no me say them thing there. Left back people, Delano said Bell. Travis, Chevron said, big up Chevron, said Taxi. So in between Bell and Taxi, Kemar Lawrence. Definitely people, everybody has a Taxi. Everybody has a Taxi. So everybody has a Taxi, right? Our coach is a Taxi. All right, so we have Bell as so we have Bell as the backup, right? We agree that Bell can be backup. We agree that Bell can be the backup. Everybody's a Taxi. So we are with on the right track so far. Right back no. Let me see what I'm gonna say. Right back no. Let me see who now put a right back. Me say Mariapa. Me say Mariapa. Who vote Mariapa? Who vote Mariapa right back? Yeah, who say Mariapa? Right back people. Who say Mariapa? We get one Javon Anderson. Massive good shot. That's a good shot. Good solid shot. Bell will keep Taxi on his toes. Yes, I like the competitive level. Both Bell and Taxi I got have. I like that. People so Ian Campbell said Javin Anderson. Everybody has shot Anderson. I will see people who not got Anderson. I'm not find him. Everybody have got Anderson. The Formula Sports. Formula. Remember, I know, are you the one who start a defensive lineup, you know? Remember, say you the one who start a defensive lineup? Remember, say you the one who start a defensive lineup? Patrick Riley, no man, Anderson did it, man. Anderson is a good right back. Very, very good right back at Lazio. So we have Anderson at right back. Centre back pair now. Yes, there's a problem there. Yes, there's a problem there now. Over on the left hand side. Left centre back people. Una is a left centre back. Tilt look good. Loaded there. Pinnock, Liam Moore, Mariapa again, Hector. Mason Oldgate. Remember Mason Oldgate, people. Remember Mason Oldgate. A 7 right back, a 7 centre back that. We have Pinnock, Pinnock, somebody has a Pinnock at left back. Those not scared. Nobody knows a tilt. Nobody knows a tilt. Nobody knows a tilt. Everybody say Ethan, all right. So we agree with Ethan. Right centre back. Lower and more. See, I'm gonna say lower and more now. Lower and Pinnock were very good together. See, I'm gonna say lower and more, yeah. Yeah, of course, given the centre back, the centre back decision is hard, difficult. This one is a more difficult one to be fair. Family sports, Low and Pinnock were very good together. I'm Liam Moore. Liam Moore looks solid. Liam Moore looks solid to be fair. Liam Moore looks really, really solid. People are say low, people are say more. Sorry, I meant more. People are say low, people are say more. Coach, come on, coach. You can't eliminate coach. We are going to have a solid decision. It's either low or more. It's either low or more, coach. You can't go either. Rajiv is a low. I have count off it. So I have 1 more, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we have 4 more. 4 low. We have 4 low and 8 there. Robert King comes say more as well. Ian Campbell say more. And coach say more. So all right, so Liam Moore win it then. Definitely. People, solid. Raji said low because low threaten goal. Low have a goal effect. That is the reason Raji said low. Given say low as well. Low and Pinnock against Jimenez. No man, more they look good, man. More win all and header them. More is solid. More win every single header. More with every single header. Given say if you have a Jamaica in the mix, even if a bias. Given this is how we are stop. We cut out this big baller, so-called big baller thing. We are cut out this big so-called big baller thing. We're done with that now. We're done with it. We're done with it. A good point that Rajiz makes still. Solid point. But guess what Rajiz? We think about defending first. Make a striker, make a midfielder and the striker, then think about goal scoring. Yes, the defender and can chip in. That's Anderson, Javan Anderson and Taxi. Good, them really good going forward. So and coach say if you use Liam and more, not a problem either. You are going to know people. This is our problem. We're moving to full problem now, the problematic part of our game. More can't win headers against Jimenez, trust me. But more, you want more and Pinnock win almost every header one night. People are going to defensive midfield position now. Just a problem there. A CDM position. Which palm of that damn Delano? I can't case the palm. Or say that him not so hot in the air. Alright, so first thing first, me personally, I like Hayden. Isaac Hayden, I tell her, brother. Isaac Hayden, I tell her. So over on the left hand side, who see if votes them come in. Ian Campbell say Kevin Stewart. Ian Campbell say Kevin Stewart. Ian Campbell say Kevin Stewart. Patrick Riley say Aiden. Delano say Aiden. Raman say Aiden as well. Ian Campbell said Ian don't want to play for Jamaica. Really? Everybody has to Ian. So Ian get the spot then. Ian get the spot. Ian get the spot. Ian Campbell, everybody vote Ian. Everybody vote. So over the next side I know. My favorite thing Hector me I put in. I don't know nobody, I don't care nobody wants to say no. Hector my boy. Hector. Always see Hector. Hector me put in there. Always see. Hector my boy. Hector my boy. Hector my boy. What Ian me so you say, but everybody vote Ian. We have to see how that go. We have to go see how that go, Ian. We have to go see how the one that go. Because everybody vote Ian. So we have to work with him until we get the final judgment. People, we don't agree with Hector. Hector, my boy. We don't this him. We don't this Hector. We can't this Hector. We can't this Hector. As I say, Hector, my boy. Alright, so people, here are going. So since we say change Hector, give me a name then, please. Alright, so Ian say Kevin Campbell. Ian say Kevin Campbell. Oh, Kevin Stewart, my sister. Sorry, my bad. Givan said Johnson. Which Johnson, Givan? Which Johnson? Remind me, please. When you give full name, good full name. I remember somebody played them, you know. Out Hector. Alright, let me take out Hector, because I know what to know. I'll be taking more. Take him out, people. Calm down. Take out Hector. Take out Hector. Or Daniel Johnson. You are going to know, people. First thing first. You see any player me I go for? Any player me I go for? He must be a play competitive football for the past 1 year. We not just put in a player so because we know I'm a big baller from here. So. But him have to be playing competitive football for a time period. And Ian Campbell said Johnson is an attacking midfielder. Ian Johnson is an attacking. Everybody said Johnson is an attacking midfielder. Pamela supposed to Hector betrayed us. DJ is an attacking midfielder. So who I use? So DJ is an attacking midfielder. So DJ out of the picture. Daniel Johnson out of the picture, people. So Kevin Stewart then. So everybody say Kevin Stewart. Ooh. Kevin Stewart. Kevin, he can play but won't be his best position. Alright, so if I'm in best position, we not go facilitate Shuhan in the position there. We not go throw him in that position if he not play there. So coach said he can play or not. Raymond said yes. Too defensive. Alright, so people, first thing first. Oh, when last Kevin Campbell play some football? When last Kevin Campbell play some competitive football? Before we put Kevin Campbell in our team, when last he play some competitive football? Before we put him in our team. Answer. Before we put him in our team, now, when last Kevin Campbell play some competitive football? Because we don't just want to throw him in our team, so you know. Yeah, we know so them can play football. We know so they can play football. In my yard Sunday. He played 10 matches this season. Only two. Only two what coach? Rahman said he played 10 matches this season. Really? Really? Ian said they don't like the formation. All right. The reason I'm using the formation, Ian, the reason I'm using this formation is because of the same formation them use the other day. It's a 4-2-3-1. That is the reason I'm using the formation. Johnson will also give us a goal. Woke Jim said Johnson. Raman said Kevin Stewart. Ivan, how is it defensive? No, we have to have stability in the team now. We have to have stability in the team. Stop follow Tappa. Let me see if we can find a Campbell. Let me find a Campbell when I have no picture. All right, so man, I agree. So everybody has a Campbell. Everybody has a Campbell. Why everybody has a Campbell? Oh, Kevin Stewart. So why me I say Kevin Campbell? I mean I say foolishness. Me I say foolishness, man. All right, so me get Campbell in midfield, me take him up back. Foolishness that me do. People will still not come to agreement yet, you know. Stewart. It's not Campbell, it's Stewart. Yeah. My mistake. I make error there. Gosh. I'm have to find out Stewart. I have to go facilitate the position there. Ah, boy. Me can't find a replica to put in for Stewart, you know. It's not Campbell Stewart, so it's definitely the weakest area for us. Midfield poor, man. We can't believe people know me claim I've got job back for Hector, you know. It look like we're not telling me for go job back for Hector, you know. And that's not telling me for do. We need a ball player in the midfield too, and that's not Johnson. So we not have no overseas baller. We not have no overseas baller who can put in the position. No overseas baller who can recruit and put in a position. Put Stewart at left CDM. 4-3-3 or old-fashioned 4-4-2. All right, 4-3-3 or old-fashioned 4-4-2. All right, let me change the formation then. Since the formation I caused the problem. Since the formation I caused the problem. So, coach, we got to 4-2-2. You're going. I got 4-3-3. Use two number 8. 4-3-3 people. So have Aiden to sit deep and cover the back line. No, we don't take Liam out of the position. We don't take the defender and put in a midfield. Stewart is a good, but has been playing too much. So we need 2 number 8 now. We need 2 box to box. You know, like the 4-2-3-1. And that will play what they do. Louis Baker. Let me run through so far scores final. See how Guelima go so far. Or Guelima do so far. Which Louis Baker that? We'll play for Albion Rovers. So everybody say 4-3-3. Delano Grant and Niles. um, uh, uh, no, sir. Niles, remember Niles represent Jamaica. Represent England. Ravel and Johnson. Ravel and Johnson. No, them say Johnson. Them say Johnson. Man, a ball play midfielder. No, what we are using is 2 number 8. I look for now. 2 number 8. Coach Tony and Antonio could make their presence felt. Ravel and DJ. Okay, all right. So Niles play for England already. To counter Chelsea ball and loan in Turkey. I'll check. A young baller, but yeah. Oh yeah, in play for Trabzonspor or Trabzonspor or something like a same play for. But I'm a good man. Yeah, man, him a go on good. In play, him see. Yes, coach. Good selection. Damn good selection, coach. Louis Baker, the man. Louis Baker one of the box-to-box 8 them. So people who find one of the box-to-box them, Louis Baker. Yeah, man, me just alright. Here me I do. I go move off after the starting lineup. Me I go over to Louis Baker. Me I go over to Louis Baker. And I go show you how well my play so far in the non league. Yeah, you might say a smaller league or whatever, but Turkish league have a bit of pedigree to them Galatasaray and them team there. So we're gonna look on in profile now. Cause coach me like we bring up the player there. So we're gonna look on the player there now. Hopefully you guys can see it. We're gonna look on him profile now. Cause me don't mean talk it, so me I gonna run through some of the players in profile. But coach will bring up a very, very good player. We're gonna run through him profile and see how well him can fit with system. Put Damon Lowe at defensive midfield. Ravel and Daniel Johnson. Maybe we can put in Ravel as one at 8 now. No, Ian. Someone said stop drinking. Big up one man. Much respect, bro. Ravel Malson and Daniel Johnson. No. Daniel Johnson, man, said Daniel Johnson not adequate with him passing. But we're going for some technically gifted players. So, guys, this Louis Baker, who will never know. First, merely I get a coach bring him attention to me. First, me actually see him now. We can run through it now and we can see what him offer. Look now, look on the heat map. People look on the heat map there. Tell me if it's too small now. Coach said just do a video on him. All right, good. So people remember to check out coach's video on Louis Baker as well. You could see. 4-3-3 leave us empty for a counter. Really? A 4-3-3 and the best formation right now, not the land. If we talk about who we stand at a chance of getting. No, man. Remember now, this is about the potential now. A potential who we can get now. And what we not stand a good chance of getting him. Actually think Baker might play for us. I think so too, because look on Baker age. And him yet to make a representation for England. Him yet, let me see if he play for England. No. I'm not sure in a play yet, as yet. He might get a run for a small team. No, he don't represent England as yet. He don't represent England as yet. Turkish league is top 10 league in the world. Agree. Seeing it, coach, he has good as energy in the midfield. Coach and Formula Sport. Hey, Ian, anything when you're drinking at night, huh? Want some? Yeah, man. So him look good. Me like what I see so far. So people look on him statistics, right? Look on the heat map. So he play 24 match. He have 24 appearances. He start 20 times. Minutes per game 77, which means he play a solid amount of game. Look on the position he play. He's a playmaker to be fair. Defensive midfield, central midfield, and attacking midfield. So he definitely suit the box-to-back number 8 role. He have goal left, he score 1 goal. Not much still, but he score a goal. He have 3 assists already as well. So big chance created only one. Key passes per 90, 1.6. Yeah, he have fairly good stats. So far score rating at 7.02 for the last 12 months. He have fairly good stats. So we think maybe we can work with him. We think we can work with him. Good shot, that coach. Massive, good shot. What next person now? What the next 8? Ravel Morrison the next 8. I'm going for Ravel Morrison for the next 8. He can play box to box. He's 6 feet 3 inches. Whoa, very tall. Delano said Harper from West Brom. Really? People who use that the next and one said Louis Baker don't start for Trabzonspor. What is ball position stats? All right, ball position stats. Let me run through it again. Let me go through it again. Accurate passes per game, 41. With an 87% completion. Me I share screen. I share back the screen again so that you guys can see it. As you guys know, I love doing statistics for that. So I share back the screen so you guys can see me talk about as well. So you don't think I trick me a chicken, no? I'm going to see what I do so far. First of all, let me see now. Who said? Let me see who said. One said, don't start with Chubbs. One, look at the stats, right? You're saying no start. But look at the statistics. In play a total of 24. I have 24 appearances. And he start 20 times outside. Minutes per game, 77, which means they almost complete all in game them. He feature in team of the week once. He feature in the team of the week once. So Ian Campbell, this one I don't know. I check out in ball stats, right? So guess I see it now. Assists, 3 assists, right? Which is good. Touches, 59 touches per 90. One big chance created per 90. Key passes 1.6 per 90, almost 2 key passes per 90. Accurate passes per 90, 41 accurate passes per 90. With an 87% completion, which is really good. Accurate passes in one half, 93% completion, 20 passes per 90. Accurate passes in opposition's half, 21.4, 77% completion. So in passing stats, as you asked me, Ian, really good passing stats. I'm now going on defensive stats. I'm going on successful dribble 0.3 per 90 at 50% completion. Total dude one, 3.2 per 90, 51% as well. So he have really good stats to be fair. So he was a good shot, massive shot that from coach. Much respect to you for that shot, that coach. Big up for the respect them. Is a player like the statistics you see. Me not same player to be fair, but the statistics really fulfill it. And so far, all of the players them run through them statistics, and them statistics look this good. Them normally stand out. When time me and coach do the starting lineup, when me and coach do starting lineup, I will run through Hector. And me and coach said, no, we can't play Hector. We can't play Hector in the midfield. And when the show went out, what do it now? The man say, Hector I go play, so Hector feel like starting lineup. I mean, me and coach put him in the starting lineup. Me and coach end up put him in the starting lineup. And look what Hector do. And now everybody come tonight and of course Hector. Hey, they put back Hector in the midfield position now. When I ramp it up. So Ravel Morrison, them say Ravel Morrison the next central midfielder. Next central midfielder is Ravel Morris. Let's see if I can find him. Ravel Morris is the next central midfielder. So up front, I know this is a problem there. What's Jamaican feeling on players like John Barnes and who turn their back on their country? There's a lot of mixed feelings to be fair. Football Brownie. Coach, it's not a matter of turning your backs, but they have reasonable explanation for it as well. And we as fans who watch football, who understand football, do understand some of the aspect and the reason why. Yes, we feel a bit betrayed by many of these big stars, but we do have a level of understanding of the reason why, and so we don't really slate them as much. To DJ to complete it. To Ravel, the midfield will make it. Aiden is not very good on the ball, and Baker isn't technically great either. Well, his statistics what we just saw a while ago really outweigh him. Really good stats. Aiden will play definitely in that midfield. Break the position percentage by half. He didn't break it, but they did an overall percentage. So if you should break it, maybe at 87%. So for first half, you can't do it like that. So for example, what if in the first half he completed all his passes, right? Worl, we got Worl for jumping in the chat as well. What if for the first half he completed 100%? In the second half, now he made like 3 or 4 missed passes and it break down to like 80-something%. So he hard like that. As I said, Ian Campbell, hard to break down in that concept. He's not in the team. Trust me on that. I have watched them many times, and he don't start. Ben Schwarman, that website must be lying to you. This website is called Sofa Sports. Accurate, really accurate. The two most accurate sporting net sites are Transfer Market and Sofa Sports, Sofa Score. The most accurate and reliable sources in regards to football. I don't expect him to play the same role as him. Yes, very, very much coach. Passing in very strong areas. Aiden will play for Jamaica. Those down script, I urge you comments. Comments might come fast. Andrew Allenson, why are we talking about this player? We getting him. We connected him. Yes, yes, Andrew. There's some talks going around that we might likely to go in for him. Hector not playing for club, so him look rusty. Come on, Formula Sports. You know one through Hector night already. Brother, we should just leave all the players where want waste them career if you cap England. Yeah, I agree. But in the day, we want better with team, right? Roman said Bobby Reed on the left. Bobby Reed on the left. Brother, we should just leave all these players are wasting time. Oh, you've just read that already. No, the right. Liam Billy left winger. See problem now. Bobby plays best on the right. Only Bobby must play on the right. Man is a bench warmer. Watch Shabber's our next match, and we won't be playing unless somebody's injured. I'm gonna watch him next match. To be fair, I'll go watch him next match. Who score also? Yes, who scores confident as well. Coach said, you know the team I got hard if Whitmore pick in a trouble. I agree, Whitmore gonna hold for trouble. All right, so Bailey left, Antonio strike, Shemar, Bluffs and skirt that right. This people. Well, I know, coach, you mean JF in trouble. Aiden can't play for England, not good enough. Not even under consideration for England. I wouldn't know cut the player them short though. Bailey and Bobby. I go on to Vassal and Nicholson. Hey, Rodriguez, I tell you, it's difficult enough. It's really, really difficult in Rodriguez. People. All right, so I could go for answer now. Over on the right hand side. We're going for Jamal Lower. People. All right, for right hand side, let me tell you who are for right hand side. We have Bobby Reed over right. We have Low over right as well. Who is up on the right? One sitting there. One Andre Gray. No, Ian, no, I'm not agree with Antonio on the right. Antonio can't play on the right. Antonio pressure defender. Straight down the middle, Antonio play. So all right, so you go on automatically over on the left hand side. People tell me if you not agree. Oh no, wrong. Tell me if you not agree. Liam Bailey on the left. I heard you say which grade? One say Bailey and Reed. Family Sports said Nichols will definitely make it. Which grade? Ian Campbell, Michael Antonio can't go on the right. The Family Sports said Jamal Lowe versatility is a blessing to our program. Antonio center forward. Actually, Antonio left, Bailey right behind the striker. Yeah, man, that is the reason we want to go to 4-3-3 now. We can facilitate more attackers if we go the 4-3-3 formation. You know? We can go more attacking base team if we go the 4-3-3 formation, to be fair now. So over on the right, people them say Bobby Reed. So Bobby Reid on the right. Bobby Reid rip up England right now. Bobby Reid rip up England right now, to be fair. Worl said true. Robert King said great. Delano said yeah. Bailey right. Demar Gray or Bobby on the left. Yeah, agree. Patrick agree. Leon Bailey, yes. Yes, Bailey on the left. Antonio only been striking for about 2 years. He's a winger, really. Yeah, but what happened since he has converted into a full-fledged striker? He has looked more potent than ever. He has looked more potent than ever. Bobby Reid. Burrow said Bobby play best on the right. Yeah, man. Bobby play a right wing back. Right wing back position. Famous. Frontry Bailey on the right, Tony through middle, Antonio on the right. People, Bobby Reid, Given said Bailey do more on the right. Really? Robert King said yes, that's 4-3-3. That is the reason I 4-3-3. Attacking options are limited. When you use a 4-2-3 when you get more attackers out on the field. Patrick said Demar Gray would be there to mark my word. Patrick Riley, Demar Gray, I vote for Demar Gray. Antonio up front. Orgil should fill that last. People now go put somebody who might not agree with me. This is what I put. In me, I use up front. I know enough people. So hold on. So coach, you put Bailey on the right. Where you do the read? All right, man, I said Bailey on the right. All right, so Bailey on the right. Who on the left? Who now put on the left? Tell me now, people, who now put on the left? The man say one extra strike, you know. Hey, Givens, tell me what you drink, no man. one know where you drink, you know. A man say Tony can't play over Antonio. 1-1. Me guarantee you that Tony can't play over Antonio. Me guarantee you. You are going. People. You are going. Ian Campbell said, Kemar Roof over on the left. One man vote Roof on the left. Antonio on the left for sure. Or Aaron's. So me could put Antonio over on the left then. People want to think about that. Of course, the Jamal Lope on the left. So people, so what I do? Now bench Reid the best player Fulham right now. No. Reid one of the best. Bobby Reid one of the best player Fulham right now. No. Messi Reid lick out Liverpool and back on Liverpool net, you know. Tear up Liverpool net, you know. Then say anybody will say Hector centre forward get time out. Coach said what coach just said, the players, the thing is these players are going to get game based on who we play. Yeah, me agree, yes, me really agree that. All right, so people, all right, so here me I do. What if we do it like this? Me I do something, people. One to hold on there. Look what me I do. Me change the formation, right? Me change the formation, but want to know what me I do. All right, people, tell me anything about that. Tell me anything about that. I would do I go Demar Gray on the left. Read at number 10. No, sir. I'm happy with that front three. I would leave out Tony, but I'm happy with that. Should play that's why we should play a 4-3-2-1. 4-2-3-1. About Roof and Tony. What about Roof and Tony? Formless was that what I would that's what I would do. 4-2-3-1 formation, please. What happened to Redman? When at the next game? Coach, I'm glad I know me a coach a team. Yeah. So people tell me anything about this formation and them players that me fit in a team. I have to facilitate Bailey and Bobby Reed. To be fair, Bailey I mash up in a play good down lead. He find farm down a Bayern Leverkusen right now. Bailey find good farm down a Bayern Leverkusen. Bobby Reed play good football. Which website they use? Me use create formation. Also me use sofa scores to get the relative results. All right, so the man what he tell me say. So Raman agree with the formation. Delan agree with that as well. I want Bailey cutting in on goal and closer to goal. 4-2-3-1. This 4-4-2 works only when coach is good. Just tell that a while ago. Brian bull defender. Midfield rubbish. Hey, who know your heart to please no? Who know your heart to please no? So people, it's going to be difficult for you coach select. It's going to be a very, very difficult. May I create and send you one? No problem, no problem. It's going to be very, very difficult. Formless was on the left, Reed at number 10. Anthony on the left, Reed at number 10, Billy on the right, and Tony through the middle. Ooh, that's a good shot. That's a good shot. So, all right, so guess what, people? May I save the one, yeah? And may I run back with a different formation now. With a 4-2-3-1. Remember, I said the 4-2-3-1, we start off with Formula Sports. And the man they say, then like the midfield. So tell me anything about that now. So Worl, sit there, look on the one there. Look on the one there as well, Formula Sports, and tell me anything. No, so this is what's gonna happen. You see Bobby Reed would also be the extra midfielder, also the extra attacker. So we have 4 in attack and 3 in midfield. So I say will be a dual role. So I play basically the attacking midfielder. So I come support in the midfield area. Definitely remember saying Bobby Reed play as a fullback, you know. So he can definitely play the dual role. See the man knows the Reed on the right. This is a good team as well. Walk Dream said Redman. Now can facilitate everybody. But people, this is be my start lineup. One more to see my final thing I want to do. May I do this because I won't know. Who not tell me say bench. In terms of bench, Tony. I'm playing Antonio over Tony. I'm going to show him something. Tappa is going to go crazy. He's going to go crazy picking this team. I think so. This is much better. I like this team. I prefer DJ over Hayden, but the team is good. Yeah, the team, a very, very good team. Real solid team. This I agree. And Bailey as an attacking midfield. Both Bailey and Bobby can play attacking midfield. But the thing about with Bailey is that Bailey love chalk on his boot. Bailey is the type of player who love when chalk up on his boot. He love that. So put Antonio front. Raman said put Antonio front. Raman. Listen, put Antonio front. Put Antonio front. I'll go on sofa scores. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you Ivan Tony stats. I'm going to show you Ivan Toney stats. I tell you, immaculate, man. Wonderful player. I'm going to show you him stats. He's the most lethal striker. Ivan Toney, the most lethal striker in the championship right now. The most lethal striker. So I'm going to run through his stats and make it so I go on. Alright, so this is what Owen said. The thing, Tony is a good goal poacher, but his all-round game is stats are great, but he fails the eye test. Women say stats are great, but he fails the eye test. And you know a thing about it is that, you know, eye test tell you, he must score goal. And that the eye test tell you now. You know, that is exactly what eye test tell you. So he must score goal. And who don't want a goal scorer in team? So this is the last thing I'm gonna do, people, before we head out. This definitely this is just to show one something. I really want to show him Ivan Toney stats. Given said Ivan Toney for real. I want to show one Ivan Toney stats. That's real. Something I leave you know a lot to be fair. But I want to show him Ivan Toney stats. Playing Antonio. Ivan Toney can't bench. He's going to break the goal scoring record in top 10 leagues in the world. I tell him they're on immaculate form right now. I can't see Ivan Toney get bench. Me personally, I would prefer bench Antonio than Ivan Toney. People might quote me and say I'm wrong, but I tell you, Ivan Toney is a normal man. Not in a normal. Lethal. Ian Campbell. I would also play Daniel Johnson over the no-show in. Alright, so people, this is for all who doubt Ivan Toney. Look on this now. Age group, wonderful age group, 25. Look on him, first of all, we want to look on. You see the cursor? Watch the cursor. See right there, so? The man match rating no drop nothing below 7 plus. Nothing below 7 plus. Alright, so look here now. This is what I want the guys to know. He's a striker. Remember now, so one goal. Suppose we have some goal scorer. Burl said Tony's a poacher. Playing Antonio on the left will waste him. That means we're going to bench Antonio then and play Tony. So because Tony is not a dribbler, he's not good on the ball. Basically, that's what I say. Alright, so this is a formula sport. I'm running through it for them then. Total game and play 36. He start 35 out of 36 games. Minutes per game 86, which means they complete all 90. Basically complete all 90. Maybe just one game making he reach to the 86. He featured 8 times in the team of the week. He featured 8 times. He featured 8 times in the team of the week. He scored 28 goals in a 35 games. In a 36 starts, 36 game. 28 goals in a 36 game. You have 9 assists. So guess what now? In average goal contribution is 37 in a 36 game. Goal contribution 37 in a 36 game. Goal contribution. Learn that. Goal contribution. The formula sport is not quick, not strong. His touch is not great. Passing is not great. Everything average aside from his finish inside the box. But guess what? I don't want. You can tell us if we have a striker who are finished inside the box against USA will burn them because the amount of chances they will create. The amount of chances they will create 1-1. We can tell you that USA wouldn't win the game. So like that. The player have 37 goal contribution in 36 games. The man have 9 assists and 28 goals. 28 goals in a 36 games. Come on, man. Guess on he averaged 33 touch per 90. What I know, no? Big chance is created. Big chance is created. He creates 7 big chances. Key passes per 90, 1. Almost 2 key passes per 90. Yes, accurate passes, then something high. But you know anything about it. He man a bag goal. He man a bag goal. You come like you and tell a striker, say, all right. So tell a striker, say, take away goalkeeper gloves. Tell the keeper don't save no ball. And say the keeper have the use no goal. Keeper have no use now goal if I tell him don't save no ball. Big up Lee FC. Tariq Maggie for Bobby Reed. Maggie. It's hard because Bobby Reed do a lot right now. West Brom, I do a lot. For Fulham, I should say, sorry, my bad. The goal scoring record in the championship is 30 goals. He need 2 more to break it. I tell you, 2 more. Ivan Toney and Bob Reed work very, very hard and they're really good. Ivan Toney is a striker, good at defending also. One said, if we are going to dominate the ball like Brentford do and create chances like Brentford do, Tony will do great. If we don't, it's going to be rubbish. Which means that when we get the slightest chance we get, we have to take those chances. The slightest chance. Tony's aerial ability is supreme and his technical ability is good. I will agree with first touch, it needs to improve. Yes, his first touch definitely needs to improve. Raymond said, bro, club ball different from international ball. We're gonna have to play on the counter attack too. Antonio's better to play on the counter. Yes, I agree, but it's just difficult to leave such a potent goal scorer out of your team when you need goals. When you're going to need goals. All right, so people, big up. Much respect for everybody who come on the chat. Guys, really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys can tune in sometime again. Hit the like button. Guys, please, everybody hit the like button. Come off at the chat and hit the like button, people. Come out of the chat, hit the like button. Really appreciate it. At least give me 30 likes. At least minimum 30 likes minimum. 30 likes minimum, people. Delano, tell me how much likes. Minimum is 30 likes. So please, people, minimum 30 likes. Everybody jump in. Coach Delano, 1-1. Ian Campbell, everybody, much respect to everybody. Raman, Formula Sports, Givans, Lee FC for just jumping in the chat. Everybody, much respect for everybody who come through. Worl as well. Big up everybody who come through, bro. Late hours now. 25 likes. People, please get me to 30 likes before I go. Please, much respect. Big up people. Enjoy the stream. Big up 1-1 for jumping in. I enjoy the stream as well. Love your input as well, bro, as always. So guys, I'll see you again on the next stream. Maybe my next stream is not about Jamaica, but my preferred team, Arsenal. But you know it goes, guys. Just hit the like button and it as well. Much appreciated. Big up, guys, for everyone who jump in. Subscribe if you're new here. Please, people, much support. Thank you very much for the support. Thank you for the chat. Really enjoyed the chat. I break down a few things. We saw the team and how we are going to look going forward. Big up, people. Much respect. Military Guna TV. And I am out.